Now on 4 News Now at 6, it's the battle between two West Coast giants in the Sweet 16. We're live in Las Vegas with the long history between the Gonzaga Bulldogs and the UCLA Bruins.
Get ready for some snow. I'm tracking spring showers tonight and Friday. I'll let you know if any of it is going to stick in your first alert forecast.
And teaching the next generation of children why the Central Valley School District looked at its books and announced 60 teachers might have to be cut. What that means for the students. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
This is the worst time I've had in my job in 5 years.
60 teachers in the Central Valley School District are on notice. Their jobs might be cut if funding is not found. That story in just a moment. First, we're less than an hour away from the Zags' fast break to Houston. It's the battle of West Coast Titans in Las Vegas tonight. Good evening. I'm Aaron Luna. Kirsten has the night off. Gonzaga fans, how you feeling? The number 3 seeded Zags take on the 2nd seed UCLA Bruins in the Sweet 16. That happens in less than 45 minutes. Right now, the teams are going through their pregame warm-up. The stage is set for a game of legendary proportions. 16 years ago, UCLA ended the career of Gonzaga star Adam Morrison with a comeback win in the Sweet 16. 2 years ago, the Zags hit a last-second shot in the Final Four and went to the finals, while the Bruins obviously went home. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us live from Vegas. Julian, UCLA is favored by just 2 points.
That's right, Aaron. It's going to be a close one. 2 points might as well be a pick'em game, and it's really a coin flip. I've covered this tournament for about 6-7 years now, and I got to say that this game could go either way. But you mentioned it a little bit. Gonzaga, UCLA. It is a prize fight, a heavyweight prize fight like Ali, Frazier, Batman versus Superman. Not just because these two programs are so great, but because of, like you mentioned, the tournament history between the two. This is the Spokesman Review article from that game in the Final Four 2 years ago, where Gonzaga guard Jalen Suggs hit a miracle half-court jump shot in order to send Gonzaga to the national championship game, something that Gonzaga fans will remember forever. And then, of course, the one you mentioned, 17 years ago to the day, Adam Morrison, the Heartbreak City game in which UCLA came back from 11 points down, ending Adam Morrison's career in this very Sweet 16 round. So UCLA is favored barely by 2 points. It's expected to be that close when they tip off here at T-Mobile Arena at 6:45. Of course, we'll have all your post-game coverage tonight on Nightside. Follow along Alex Crescenti and myself on social media. But for now, live in Las Vegas, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Lively in Las Vegas. Thank you, Julian. And for all those looking for a snack to eat while watching the game, Pringles has you covered. Pringles sent 3 Spokane bars a bundle of limited edition Drew Timmy Pringles cans. They are a spectacle. Jack and Dan's, Lord Stanley's, and Logan Tavern are all handing out these Pringles cans on a first-come, first-served basis. Take a look. It's a Drew Timmy.
So we have these Drew Timmy March Mustache cans that we're giving away tonight after tip-off. Just try to get here as early as you can. Tip-off's at 6:45, so I'd say as soon as you're done with work, pop on down.
That's right. Get there early. She says they only have 75 to give away, so first come, first serve. Only a select few will end up with this awesome piece of Timmy memorabilia. Do you open it and do you eat it, or do you save it? Do you have one and then put it back?
I think you got to.
You got, I don't know. Let us know on social media. What would you do? Would you save it or would you eat them? Well, the hawk that leads the Seattle Seahawks onto the field at every home game will once again take flight next season, thanks in part to the veterinarians at Washington State University. Tama, an auger hawk who lives just outside of Spokane, was brought to WSU's College of Veterinary Medicine with a jelly bean-sized mass on his foot. Well, tests showed that it was caused by an inflammatory response to a small foreign body, possibly a small splinter or thorn. Tama will be ready to hit the field once again just after a short break. The first full week of spring is coming to an end, but we have another round of snow on the way. Let's send it over to Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
It is hard to imagine, but yes, those rain showers turning to snow. But here's the view right now from the station here in downtown Spokane, and what a beautiful sunset. The skies are clearing a bit. That will not be the case for long. It's a breezy condition right now. Southwest winds at 19 miles per hour, and those winds are actually going to pick up later tonight. I will talk more about that later in the news. But first, we do still have some showers over the Northeast Mountains and extreme North Idaho, in a break for much of the rest of the region. Have even had a few rumbles of thunder along Lake Roosevelt and into the Colville Reservation. We have a thunderstorm in progress there, certainly a sign of spring-like weather. But these rain showers will be turning to snow later tonight behind a cold front that is moving through. Here's 11 o'clock tonight, and you can see snow from Moscow, Pullman, all the way up to around the Liberty Lake area. Snow also along the Canadian border, and that will continue overnight and right on into the morning commute. Spokane will be on the very far edge of that activity with some very light snow. However, we could see some heavier accumulations in Coeur d'Alene. And when I say heavy, I'm still talking about very light snow. Rain turning to snow tonight. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Sticking to the grassy surfaces only. Our roads should be in good shape. Less than an inch of accumulation in the valleys around the region, and even less than that in Spokane. A trace, if that, with 1 to 3 in the mountains. I'll talk more about your morning commute and the windy conditions on the way in just a few minutes. Aaron.
Chris, thank you. Roughly 60 teachers in the Central Valley School District will lose their jobs. A loss of funding has handcuffed the school district. The district is starting with elementary school teachers, some of whom have already been notified. KXLY's Jordan Smith spoke with the district about what's driving these layoffs. He joins us in studio with more. Jordan.
Aaron, some difficult decisions being made all across the board in one of the largest school districts in our area. I'm told that these layoffs are purely budgetary, and the district's hands are tied for now. In schools across the district, roughly 60 teachers will be looking for a new job next school year.
It was a perfect storm.
Wally Watson, president of the Central Valley Education Association, detailing what went wrong. The loss of funding, the main culprit.
Loss of some levy money, local assistance that comes from the state because property values went up so much.
The district is also without a key source of funding from the federal government, with pandemic-era benefits coming to a close this May. These layoffs also propelled by a flattened enrollment.
Historically, always could count on enrollment, and it didn't show up.
With payroll being one of the district's biggest expenses, they had to make some tough choices. Multiple teachers have been notified already that they'll no longer have a job with the school district, and many more notices will follow.
We're in the process right now of notifying elementary schools, and we're still continuing that this week. By April 1st, everybody that will be affected by this will have notification.
Seniority playing a factor in who will be released. Newer hires will likely be the first ones out.
Provisional employees in this state, yes, for the first 3 years of your employment with any school district, is you're not really protected with a continuing contract or any type of contract.
But Watson says the district has gone through this before.
We did go through this a few years ago, and we were able to get all of those people back, and that's the goal for this round, is to get everyone back.
And during that time period, the district laid off 31 employees and were able to rehire 29 of them to their original positions. But with that pandemic-era funding impacting school districts everywhere, Watson says this could be a problem we see ripple across multiple districts in our region, but it is hard to say at this point in time. Time will tell. Aaron?
Jordan, thank you. Coeur d'Alene is also dealing with a budget crisis. It's short $20 million. Coeur d'Alene High School canceled its 8th grade parent night. That's when parents will learn about different kinds of after-school programs. Unless voters approve the new supplemental levy in May, none of those programs will be offered next fall. That's according to an email sent to parents. The email says if the levy passes, the event will be rescheduled. New at 6 o'clock, a new report attempts to ban books last year hit the highest number in more than 2 decades. The American Library Association counts more than 1,200 challenges, naming about twice as many titles. That's up from about 700 challenges in 2021, according to the association. Most of the books have characters or authors who are LGBTQ or people of color. Earlier this week, state representative in Boise passed a bill that would allow parents to sue libraries and school districts for having books considered obscene.
I have seen a stack of books and I've read some of the material. And if any one of you would show that to your children or grandchildren, you're sexually abusing them. Okay, that's how serious this is.
While others say the bill is an attack on schools and libraries in the Gem State.
We have good librarians working hard across this state. This bill is a direct assault to those librarians and to those libraries. There are ways right now, today, for people to have books moved to different sections.
The bill now heads to the Senate for consideration. Demand for gas is on the rise, but it does not seem to be affecting prices, at least for now. New data from the Energy Information Administration shows demand for gas increased last week, while total domestic gasoline stocks decreased significantly. Increasing demand amid tighter supply typically would push pump prices higher, but lower oil prices have eased prices down. Today's national average of $3.43. And you can expect to pay less than that in Kootenai County. Prices average $3.31 a gallon, but the same can't be said for Spokane County because of a higher gas tax, averaging $3.73. That's according to AAA. TikTok CEO grilled on Capitol Hill the push from lawmakers to ban the social media platform in the U.S.
TikTok is a weapon by the Chinese Communist Party to spy on you, manipulate what you see.
Why the CEO says the app is not a threat to national security, coming up. Plus, firefighters rescue a woman from a house fire in North Spokane. Police say it was no accident. How one of her neighbors tried to save her from the burning building. And a judge's signature is all that's standing in the way of the city of Spokane from clearing out one of the largest homeless camps in the city. The latest from the courtroom next on 4 News Now at 6.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app. The 4 News Now First Alert weather app. Download or update it today.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Shelley.
At Rosenberger Construction, we build some of the most beautiful custom homes in North Idaho.
Like our spectacular spec home, now for sale at the club at Rock Creek, Coeur d'Alene's newest private golf course filled with stunning natural beauty. Our custom homes are furnished and designed with you in mind.
For our clients looking for that unique, one-of-a-kind piece of furniture, we always recommend Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake.
From great rooms to dining rooms to master suites, Consign Furniture is sure to turn any house into a home.
There's a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The doctor will see you now.
But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Are you waiting for the right time to replace your flooring? Great Floors' 12-month financing option makes it easy to bring inspiration home today. Shop a large selection of brand-name flooring to fit your life. Our team of experts are here to help you select between luxury vinyl, hardwood, carpet, and more. Great Floors is offering 10% on top-quality Mohawk and Karastan flooring, now through the end of March. Visit a Great Floors showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
The battle to close Camp Hope continued today in court. A Superior Court judge says the city established its burden when it comes to why Camp Hope should be cleared. She also said the city proved there's an immediate risk, but she did not go as far as to say the city can clear Camp Hope. She's asking the state and the city to come together with a plan to clear the encampment. Vanessa Perez is here in studio with what happened in court. Vanessa.
Yeah, well, the judge listened to an hour of arguments from the city and state. She also ruled that the camp operators and occupants cannot use the property to make or sell drugs.
An argument made in court,
there's a place for the remainder of people to go. The city's attorney cited the propane tank fire in someone's tent.
We are extremely concerned that someone is going to be injured or killed at this encampment. In fact, Judge, the time that these people have been out there in extremely cold weather, we've been extremely concerned for their safety.
The state says not all can meet their needs elsewhere.
The state continues to work with these individuals on site. Those remaining are some of the most acute that have issues with meeting their activities of daily living. Council for the city referenced the TRAC Center. One of the requirements for going to TRAC is that you are able to ambulate, you're able to care for yourself.
But the judge did say the city establishes the burden from Camp Hope and proved it's caused reputable and immediate injury.
One of the things that the city argued and what I would like to see is for the parties to be able to come together and come up with a plan. Because again, I think that's one of the things that maybe the only thing that both of the parties can agree on is there has to be a right way to handle this and to close Camp Hope.
There's another hearing scheduled for April 19th where the judge will hear the plan from the state and city to clear the encampment. Live in studio, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
Vanessa, thank you. 11 people who used to and currently live at Camp Hope are graduating with new job skills tomorrow. Washington State Department of Transportation pays for the pre-employment program. It says it wants to address the root cause of homelessness. They're able to receive several certifications to set them up for a career in the trades. People who go through the program receive hands-on job training through what's called PEP. The program lasts 4 weeks. It includes OSHA training, CPR, and forklift training. They also go through traffic control and flagging classes.
All of that will then in turn lead, we hope, will lead to jobs for these individuals in the future to keep them employed, give them the financial stability that they need to then no longer be homeless anymore.
The program also teaches interview and application preparation skills. It's very first graduation for some of them.
This evening, the wet weather will return. We'll have spotty showers starting off perhaps as rain, but then we'll be turning over to snow as our temperatures drop below freezing late tonight. And we're not done with the snow showers. I will have your Friday forecast and tell you about some warmer weather in the extended outlook after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda.
BCU is just an incredible community partner. We feel very fortunate to have them on board as we try to help families move forward and be stable and successful.
It is so important for both our families and our staff to receive current financial education.
What Eric's doing with his classes is basically giving them the knowledge they're going to need to be financially self-reliant.
This is not a topic that's typically taught in schools, and yet it is the baseline of access to almost everything that we do.
For a limited time only, get a new John Deere 1023E compact utility tractor with a 120E loader for only $199 per month. Take advantage of this exclusive offer for low monthly payments on top-of-the-line equipment that gets the job done, backed by our consistent quality customer service. Hurry in to your local Pape Machinery, Ag, and Turf store today to cash in on these limited time offers and get your property ready for the spring ahead. Pape keeps you moving.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
Get ready, America, every Friday.
The hottest trends, styles, and must-have. What's the right stuff to buy right now? I really love that. It's time to buy the right stuff.
Yes!
And save big time, too.
The right stuff.
Fridays on GMA. You're going to love it.
Get Buick luxury and style with the dynamic 2022 Buick Encore, featuring premium LED lighting, game-changing cargo space, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, advanced safety technologies, and more. Make the Encore yours and lease it for just $287 a month. Visit us online at Guy Buick GMC or come see us for a test drive. We're just off I-90 at George Guy Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
Well, we've got some sunshine right now in both Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. We're not too far off the mark of average. We will be cooler tomorrow, but still not even 10 degrees below our average high in the lower 50s. Snow showers tonight, 32 for an overnight low. Winds will be picking up later tonight. I'll show you all about that in just a moment. 45 for a high tomorrow. Again, lower 50s, our average high, with hit and miss snow showers. They will Most of the day will be dry. You'll even see some sunshine, but if you do get precipitated upon, it will most likely either be graupel or snow and not rain. Winds, especially in the morning, and then things will start to come down. Here's the source of the wind and the cool down and the showers. A cold front that is making its way across the region right now. Behind it, our winds pick up, and we will have some showers continuing tomorrow in the usual locations where we see a lot of our precipitation through North Idaho, the Northeast Mountains, the Palouse. You'll see more snow than what we will see in Spokane. Here's a look at the forecast snowfall through 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And a lot of these accumulations that you're seeing, that's going to be on the grassy surfaces and will melt just about as quickly as it does accumulate. In general, quite a bit less than an inch of snow. Pullman may be one of the locations where we see some of the higher totals, up to 3 inches in the mountains. That will be mainly over Lookout Pass. Now here's a look at our road temperatures, and this late in the season, these snows just do not cause the hazards down in town that they would over the mountain passes. Right now, those road temperatures are about the same as the air temperatures in the 40s. However, as we get into tomorrow morning, most of these road temperatures will be staying above freezing. If they do dip down to freezing, it will be only briefly. They'll warm up very quickly through the day. And so I'm not at all concerned about the morning commute and these snow showers. About the only problem they could cause in terms of driving is if you get caught in one of the more intense snow showers and you have some visibility issues. Winds will be picking up later tonight. Here's midnight, and that's about the time they'll be peaking down on the Palouse right after that front makes its way through. It is going to stay breezy through the overnight and into tomorrow morning. Winds will begin to die down by this time tomorrow, and expect calmer conditions for the weekend. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 30s in almost all locations. Highs tomorrow running a little below average will be in the 40s and 50s. That will certainly melt any snow on the streets and sidewalks, even if it does stick for a moment or two. Your planning forecast, plan on the possibility of a few more snow showers on Saturday on a hit and miss basis. Best chance will be in the morning, and then we're going to be dry with a bit of a warming trend. Chance of showers back in the forecast by Tuesday. Temperatures back around average by next week. I'll be back in the next half hour looking at the ski report. Still a lot of fun to be had there, Aaron.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chris. An EF1 twister was spotted in Southern California. It's the strongest tornado to hit the LA area since 1983. And the severe weather, it's not over, with millions of people under threat of strong tornadoes in the south. Isabel Rosales takes a look at the damage left behind.
A pair of rare tornadoes tearing through the Golden State.
You just don't think Southern California having a storm like this.
One dangerous twister, packing winds estimated up to 110 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. The powerful tornado collapsing roofs, uprooting trees, damaging cars, and sending debris flying into the air.
We thought it was an earthquake. They started screaming earthquake, and then the power just went out.
At least one person was injured.
Typically, with the tornadoes that affect this area, they spin up very rapidly. Unfortunately, sometimes too rapidly to detect or warn for.
Weather whiplash. Californians have been welcoming the much-needed heavy rain and snow to combat drought conditions. But now the storms just keep coming. The severe weather threat, not yet over, as the same weather system rolls east, with more than 40 million people in its path. By Friday, the dangerous weather peaks in the south, with heavy rain and flash flooding expected. Tennessee, Louisiana, and Mississippi facing a level 4 out of 5 for potentially strong tornadoes. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Spokane police are searching for a woman who they say set a house on fire this morning.
When I pulled up, the house was engulfed in smoke. Flames were shooting out of the roof.
We'll show you how that man tried to help rescue a woman trapped by the fire. That's up next.
It's been said it's like allowing the Soviet Union the power to produce Saturday morning cartoons during the Cold War.
TikTok takes over Capitol Hill as lawmakers try to figure out if the popular app should be banned. This is 4 News Now at 6.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
Yeah, okay, well.
Hi.
The Rock Rollers Club of Spokane proudly presents the Gem Mineral and Jewelry Show, March 24th through the 26th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Over 40 dealers will be selling gems, jewelry, crystals, and lapidary supplies. See outstanding displays of gemstones, fossils, and minerals. Enjoy children's activities, gem cutting demonstrations, hourly door prizes, a grand prize, and more. The 62nd Annual Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show starts March 24th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Don't miss it.
It's buy one, get one month here at Mainstream. That's right, get a free furnace when you purchase an air conditioning unit. We'll even throw in a complete heating and cooling system check. Let us provide your family with comfort and happiness this spring. Call or visit Mainstream to find out more.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Performance. It's what powers the 2023 family of Mazda CUVs. With standard iActive all-wheel drive and an available turbo engine. Helping you take performance further.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
4 News Now wants to take you inside the walls of Sacred Heart Children's Hospital to meet brave children and their caregivers. Miracle Mondays, brought to you by your locally owned Inland Northwest Ace dealers.
PB&J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor Trader Outlet.
TikTok has repeatedly chosen the path for more control, more surveillance, and more manipulation. Your platform should be banned.
Washington Representative and Chair of the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Cathy McMorris Rodgers, grilled TikTok's CEO on Capitol Hill. The congressional hearing comes amid concerns from the U.S. intelligence community that the app is a national security threat. ABC's Lindsay Watts is on Capitol Hill with why the CEO says it's not a threat.
On Capitol Hill today, a tale of two TikToks. CEO Shou Chew saying TikTok is an app focused on free expression for its more than 150 million American users.
Our app is a place where people can be creative and curious. And where close to 5 million American businesses, mostly small businesses, go to find new customers and to fuel their growth.
But several lawmakers on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, where Chew appeared, see something much different, a threat to America's national security.
It's been said it's like allowing the Soviet Union the power to produce Saturday morning cartoons during the Cold War, but much more powerful and much more dangerous.
Chew facing tough questions from both Republicans and Democrats.
Welcome to the most bipartisan committee in Congress.
The biggest concerns over TikTok's ties to China.
TikTok is a weapon by the Chinese Communist Party to spy on you, manipulate what you see, and exploit for future generations.
Congresswoman, I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data. They have never asked us. We have not provided.
I find that actually preposterous.
But previously, ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, acknowledged some China-based TikTok employees had accessed and monitored the data of a pair of American journalists. Those employees were later fired. TikTok users from across the nation packed the hearing. Some in attendance say losing the app would destroy their businesses, like Callie Goodwin, who sells greeting cards.
I think that so much of our community and the way that people find us and how we interact with our customers and our sales is driven by TikTok.
The Biden administration has demanded TikTok's Chinese owner sell its stake in the app. And now today, China is responding, saying Beijing will resolutely oppose any sale. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Besides security concerns, lawmakers are worried about the effect endlessly scrolling on these apps could have on your child's health. To see our deep dive into the impacts social media has on your child's self-esteem and what lawmakers are doing to hold them accountable, download the KXLY Plus app or visit our YouTube page. You've heard of cats and dog rescues, but wait until we show you what animal one girl in Western Washington saved. Plus, take a look at the hole in the side of this building. Thieves tried to steal an ATM while they left the pot shop empty-handed. Plus, why drivers of newer Hyundais and Kias need to see a mechanic, not park in the garage. That's up next.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? Swiss.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups or get $2,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
At Yolks, we believe in giving 100% in everything we do, whether that's always offering the freshest products at a fair price or remaining committed to being a local, 100% employee-owned store.
Trump's next court battle. It's not Stormy Daniels, it's this woman. Next, Inside Edition, the shocking claims that she's making against the former president, the upcoming trial that could upend everything. Then, the pizza guy who came to the rescue of a 91-year-old lady.
It literally felt like I saw my own grandmother on the floor.
What he did that saved her life. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Take a look at your screen. Police are searching for this woman right now, 36-year-old Jenny Barden, who's wanted for first-degree arson. Investigators are looking for answers to what Spokane police are calling a suspicious fire this morning in the Garland district. One woman was sent to the hospital with serious injuries, and initial information indicates this fire could have been intentionally set. Emily Bloom is in studio tonight. Emily, you were there this morning.
Yeah, Aaron, around 8:30 this morning, Spokane Police and Spokane Fire responded to a house fire in the Garland district. When first responders showed up, the house was in flames and that woman was trapped inside as passersby tried to help free her.
When I pulled up, the house was engulfed in smoke. Flames were shooting out of the roof.
Wayne Dupay lives in the neighborhood and was driving by this morning as he saw the home go up in flames.
Me and some other passersby heard a woman screaming. And about that time, we went to the south side of the building and we could see her arms hanging out the window. So we started busting windows trying to get to her, trying to do everything we could.
That home on Garland and Wall was serving as a 5-unit apartment complex.
It was traumatic because it was just a full engulfment. I don't know, I just knew that the engulfment happened right above where my living room was, and there was a chance that he was in there, and I just had to go. I had to go get my baby.
Hall's fiance tried to put the fire out with an extinguisher, but it didn't work.
I mean, we were smashing windows, throwing rocks at windows, like she was hanging her arm out, reaching for help. We just tried to do what we could until paramedics and fire department came.
When they did their lap, they found a victim that was hanging half in, half out of the bathroom window. They occupied the space inside with help with crews from the outside, successfully removed the victim, handed them off to AMR.
SPD tells us initial information indicates the fire may have been started intentionally.
There was 2 squatters that were actually recently just confronted by that neighbor and another neighbor because they were smoking fentanyl in the storage unit, and we had asked them to leave.
SPD has not confirmed squatters or drug use at this time.
I think the one thing I'm not going to get over is that lady's face. That's what's haunting me right now, is the look of fear. You know, am I going to make it out of here?
Spokane Police is asking that anyone with information or video footage in that area when the fire broke out, reach out to Crime Check. That number is on your screen right now. That is 509-456-2233. And here's one more look at the woman police are searching for. SPD says the nature of Jenny Barden's alleged criminal activity indicates she could present danger to the public. Major Crimes is investigating, and as we learn more, we're going to keep you up to date. Reporting in studio tonight, Emily Bloom, 4 News Now.
Live look over downtown Spokane, where we're enjoying a break between showers after a showery and cooler day. They will be back. Rain showers later tonight, and here are 4 things to know about your weather. They will be turning to snow around 11 midnight, sticking to grassy surfaces in certain areas, but in general, quite a bit less than an inch of accumulation. In fact, we may only see a trace on some of the grassy surfaces in Spokane, with 1 to 3 inches of snow possible in the mountains. Right now, we are mainly looking at rain showers and even a little bit of thunderstorm activity over the northeast mountains and North Idaho, with some wet weather redeveloping over the Idaho-Palouse. That thunderstorm activity, I've been monitoring it, moving from just to the west of Lake Roosevelt to now south of Chewelah. We see a few cloud-to-ground lightning strikes moving through the region there. In your Friday planner, expect a slight chance of snow to start the day, a high temperature of 45 degrees, a little bit better chance that we'll see some snow showers redeveloping in the afternoon. Breezy conditions throughout the day. That temperature about 6 degrees below average. I'll be back with your weekend forecast and the ski report in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. Take a look at this, a giant hole in the side of a building. 2 people tried to steal an ATM from a cannabis shop in Everett. The only problem, they couldn't get the trunk of the car open. After a few moments, they give up and leave. Everett police say officers saw the vehicle leaving but didn't pursue them and lost sight of the vehicle. New at 6:30, the Everett police officer who was shot in the head yesterday is recovering at home after leaving the hospital. In these photos, you can see Officer Chad House being wheeled out of the hospital, being cheered on by other officers and co-workers. Police say House was shot while responding to a robbery. The suspect who shot at him died in a shootout with police shortly after House was hurt. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to increase restrictions to the state's so-called Don't Say Gay bill. His proposed policy would expand a ban on lesson plans about sexual orientation and gender identity to all grades, including high school. ABC's Tim Pulliam has the story.
Florida Governor and presumed 2024 presidential candidate Ron DeSantis announcing today plans to expand a Florida state law banning classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity issues to all grades, including high school. DeSantis proposing for grades 4 through 12, lessons on both topics would be prohibited unless they were required by state academic standards or part of a reproductive health course, which parents can opt out of. The White House calling DeSantis' proposed expansion to Florida's law disturbing and dangerous.
It's wrong.
It's completely, utterly wrong.
The governor's announcement coming as 17 states have either established or advanced laws targeting the LGBTQ+ community. According to the Human Rights Campaign, half of trans youth live in states that have passed or are considering policies that would deny them access to gender-affirming care. In Indiana, loud protests at a State House committee meeting as legislators advanced a bill banning gender-affirming care for transgender minors.
I feel like I have something to live for. And now what? You're just going to take it all away with this bill?
It would cause far less harm for these kids to wait, get the counseling they need, and then let them make these life-altering decisions as adults.
In Georgia, the state Senate passed a partial ban on transgender health care for minors. And in West Virginia, the parents of a 12-year-old transgender girl fighting to block a state ban on trans student athletes from taking effect. Her mother telling the U.S. Supreme Court, quote, she is a girl for as long as she can remember, participating on girls' teams at her middle school, harming no one. A public hearing on Florida's efforts to enact the expanded school policy is set for April 19th. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The manhunt for a 17-year-old boy accused of shooting two people at a school in Denver, Colorado yesterday came to an end this morning, about 50 miles away from the school.
The body is in the woods. It's going to take a little while to get the scene processed.
Police say Austin Lyle opened fire at East High School yesterday, wounding two administrators. They say Lyle is a student who underwent daily pat-downs because of previous behavioral issues. They did not elaborate on those previous issues.
This particular student actually had a safety plan that was in place where they were to be searched at the beginning of the school day every day. They had been searched previously to today and had never had a weapon on them before. However, today, during that search, which took place away from other students, away from other school staff, they did produce that weapon and fire shots.
As for the two victims of the shooting, one has been released from the hospital. The other was listed in serious condition last night. The students from that Denver high school marched to the state capitol today, asking for tougher gun control measures. This same group of students walked to the capitol about 3 weeks ago after a classmate was shot and killed outside the school. Denver Public Schools declared tomorrow a mental health day and canceled classes at all schools. New at 6:30, canceling free trials and subscriptions can be a hassle, but proposed federal regulations could make the process a bit easier. A proposal by the Federal Trade Commission would ban companies from trying to retain customers through deceptive or burdensome tactics. Under the new rules, consumers would be allowed to cancel memberships and subscriptions the same way they signed up. For example, if you booked a gym membership online, you would also be able to cancel that membership online. The FTC says violators would have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in fines. These rules have not yet been finalized. An important recall for owners of Hyundai and Kia cars. The car makers are recalling more than 570,000 SUVs and vans because of a fire risk. The National Highway Safety Administration says their tow hitches could cause electrical shorts. Included in the recall are 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe's, Santa Cruzes, and Kia Carnivals, as well as a few slightly older versions. Drivers are advised to park their vans or SUVs away from structures until taking them into a dealer for free repairs. The number of children being diagnosed with autism has been on the decline since the start of the pandemic, why experts say this trend isn't necessarily a good thing. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Weeknights on MeTV, watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
You can find MeTV over the air on MeTV 4.2.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We know vaccines, immunizations, and boosters save lives. They nearly eradicated polio, protected our infants from chickenpox and measles, and kept our kids safe from whooping cough and meningitis. The best way to keep your family safe from these viruses is to stay informed about when to get vaccinated. If you have questions about vaccinations, like COVID-19 or the flu, talk with your healthcare provider today. Learn more at askyourprovider.org.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a heat pump with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free heat pump from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
I'm Dr. Addison Montgomery, who's ready to get to work. We have picketers. Oh my God! Everybody down.
Ray Sloan is on lockdown.
New at 6:30, the rate of children diagnosed with autism in the U.S. has been growing steadily since 2000, but a new report from the CDC highlights setbacks in early detection of the condition. The report shows there was evidence of continued improvement in the early detection of autism through February of 2020, but the trends reversed as the COVID-19 pandemic hit, which officials say is because fewer children are being evaluated for the intellectual disability. Experts say this created delays in connecting children with services and support for autism and could have long-lasting effects. It's almost time to break out that driver again. Golf courses around the inland Northwest opening very soon. Here's when local courses are scheduled to open. Liberty Lake Golf Course and Meadowood open today. The rest will reopen over the next few weeks. We have a link to the schedule or to link to schedule your tee time as well. Just look for this story on KXLY.com.
One thing I love about the inland Northwest is you can play 18 holes on Saturday and ski on Sunday through most of the spring, even in the same day if you're ambitious. And it is going to be a fantastic weekend for skiing. Now tomorrow, all of the area resorts should get some snow. Lookout Pass, 32 for a high tomorrow. A little bit breezy at times. Those winds will die down in the afternoon. They're reporting pack powder and did get some fresh snow over the last 24 hours. At Schweitzer, some fresh snow tomorrow. A little bit on the breezy side. They've got some nice machine-groomed conditions. You'll notice there is also plenty of snow. The snow has been holding very, very nicely. There's still 125 inches of snow at the peak at 49 degrees north. Machine-groomed conditions right now. Mount Spokane, expect some fresh snow overnight into tomorrow morning with more on the way for Saturday morning. Machine-groomed conditions. And at Silver Mountain, a little bit breezy tomorrow, but expecting some snow showers. Now, as we take a look at the snow totals on the computer model, this is forecast snowfall through 9 o'clock tomorrow. First chair, everybody reporting less than an inch of snow. However, I think at Lookout Pass, that's going to be on the low side. I think you're going to be in the more in the 1 to 2 inch range. And then more will pile up through the day tomorrow into Saturday. And what's tricky about the model and pinpointing where we're going to see the heaviest snow is that we get these intense snow showers, especially in the mountains, and those can put down a lot of snow in a very short period of time. And so keep an eye on the ski report for those numbers to actually be a little bit higher than what we see there. Again, 1 to 3 inches, I think, is a good estimation. Forecast radar starting off at our current time. Initialize as well, showing those showers and even isolated thunderstorms in progress over the Northeast mountains. As we get into the overnight, we're going to bring in more precipitation. Here's 11 o'clock tonight. But it is going to be falling in the form of valley snow for the most part in the Northeast mountains and North Idaho. We'll see that increasing as we get into tomorrow morning. Here's 6 o'clock in the morning with snow throughout the central panhandle and into North Idaho, the Northeast mountains. Coeur d'Alene has a much better chance to see some light snow in the morning than Spokane. Then throughout the day on Friday, we'll have more hit and miss showers, mostly in the form of snow, even though our high temperatures are going to be well above freezing, 45 degrees. Behind the cold front moving through right now, we're going to have cold air in the upper layers of the atmosphere, and that will allow it to be all snow throughout the day tomorrow. Breezy conditions also down in the valleys. Lingering snow showers possible through Saturday morning, and then we dry out for the rest of the weekend. It's not going to be a pretty sunshiny spring weekend, as temperatures will remain between 5 and 10 degrees below average. There is some more mild weather ahead next week. Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. Take a look at this. A little girl in Western Washington helped rescue a giant Pacific octopus which was stranded. Well, the girl kept, as you can see, kept pouring buckets of water over that giant octopus. She was visiting the beach with her family.
She was taking water with her little sand bucket, and she was filling it up, and she was pouring it on top of the octopus.
The Padilla Bay Reserve says she did exactly what anyone should do if they encounter an octopus stuck on land. And because of her efforts, reserve officials were able to rescue the octopus and put it back in the water. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Every Saturday in March, you can shoot baskets for cash.
The more baskets you make, the more cash you win.
All winners have 1 minute to make as many baskets as possible.
The player with the highest score of the night wins even more cash.
Make baskets to earn your share of up to $26,000 cash.
More baskets, more cash for you.
Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card.
Get in the game at Chihuahua Casino.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
Has your dishwasher let you down lately?
Then see the latest Bosch dishwashers at Fred's Appliance. Fred's also has models you won't find at the box stores.
Bosch means quality and innovation. New Bosch dishwashers quietly deliver sparkling dishes.
With features like third rack and a new drying system that even dries plastic, Bosch raises the bar for dishwashers.
Fred's has more dishwashers in stock than you'll see anywhere. Come in and see us today.
More Furniture is making it easy to get all of our newest spring arrivals into your home for summer entertaining during our exclusive signature-only event. Get 72 months interest-free financing with no money down and only your signature. Spring arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery, just in time for the refresh you need. So why not get all the looks you love with only your signature and take 72 months to pay? Visit morefurniture.com to fill your shopping cart or chat online with a design specialist today.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Chris, I think you could argue that today is one of the cutest days of the year.
Indeed. Puppies. Bring on the puppies.
Yeah, National Puppy Day. The holiday was established pretty recently, 2006. And of course, it's to celebrate our four-legged friends. Spokanimal, one of our local shelters, taking part in the celebration. It has more than 40 dogs that still need a loving home. The organization says they'd love you to adopt one, but you also need to know adopting a puppy is a lot of work.
Well, puppies do puppy things, so that means you're going to have to be doing some house training, right? Potty training. They're going to chew up stuff, so definitely you have to keep your things put away. And just some puppy classes, and we recommend dog training so that your animal's really well socialized.
If you're interested in adoption, you can call Spokanemal. All their information is up on our website, KXLY.com, and at 4 News Now, we're, of course, looking for any excuse to share photos of our favorite four-legged friends. First up is Pepper. She's a 4-month-old Maltipoo, and according to our breaking news anchor, Sydney Charles, she loves to snuggle and her walks through Riverfront Park.
I do love dogs. Here's my 3 dogs.
Hey, you got them all looking in the same direction.
That is the only photo in existence, and I didn't take it. That's Sugar on the left, and she is 2 years old, and she's chewed up a fancy shoe or two in her day. And those are my my windstorm babies, Betty and Charlie. Yes, after the big windstorm.
Your gin and tonic rescues.
Yeah, it was wine. Yeah, I got into the wine. I'll take those dogs.
I don't own a dog, but you know I dog sit. I'm dog sitting for my co-anchor, Kirsten. This is Rory.
Dog.
He's a giant ball of fluff.
That's a nice dog.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what he is. What is he, a Bernedoodle?
I don't know.
I forgot. I feel terrible.
He's like all fluff. You touch. There's not a lot of dog there.
Yeah, there's, you know, but he still carries his own. We've been on some runs.
I think you
pretty
need
good.
to.
He likes to snuggle a lot. We've snuggled quite a bit.
Just keep him.
He'd miss his family. He's got a 3-year-old at home, so he gets free food all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll be right back after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Idaho is growing, but let's not just grow larger.
Let's grow smarter.
After high school, college, or university,
Idaho public colleges and universities have the 6th lowest costs of all states.
And higher education means higher incomes.
More opportunities.
A better life for you.
For us.
For Idaho.
For Idaho.
Visit educationforidaho.org to learn more.
No matter where you are in your financial journey, we're here to help you along the way. Open a free Ascend checking account and you can earn 3.50% APY on balances up to $15,000 with no minimum balance required. Bring your finances to new heights with our checking that pays you dividends. Get your account today at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
When a water heater fails, everyone in your home knows instantly. Nothing quite replaces being able to take a hot shower. Luckily, the experts at Mainstream know exactly how to avoid these problems. Contact Mainstream for water heater sales and service today, proudly serving CDA and Spokane.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Next ET, paging Grey's Anatomy fans, our exclusive with Hospital Chief Kim Raver doing something she's never done before.
I was like, okay, here we go.
Plus, we're with Kim's 24 co-star Kiefer Sutherland, how he's going down a new TV rabbit hole.
The truth is, I still really enjoy it.
Then the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip is here, only we're with Candace Dillard Bassett.
Next, ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What are we talking about?
Well, we talked about dogs a little too long, so we have about 10 seconds to just say
we better just say
hi.
goodbye. Join us at 11?
Yes.
Is that about it?
More dogs.
We'll be here at 11.